Today I'm going to show you how to install Backwoods Adventure Mod's front bumper on this 2017 Ford F-250. Let's go ahead and get started. So obviously the first thing that we need to do is remove our factory front bumper. Now we've already gone ahead and done that, and we've had some aftermarket bumpers on and off of this truck already. If you need help with that, check out our video on how to remove your factory front bumper on the 2017 Ford F-250. After you're done with that, we're going to move into installing our frame brackets. Now we're on the driver's side of our truck. We have our driver's side bracket. Now the front of our bracket is going to have 4 holes, and it's also going to have a space at the top. The square section or rectangular section that's coming off of the front base, there's going to be 4 holes at the top and then 2 on each side. So this is just going to fit right over the top of our frame piece here. We're going to line up our holes like that. Now with this piece in place, we want to take a couple things to make sure that you have the right one on the right side. So when you have your holes lined up here, they're going to be facing towards the inside of the truck, and then you're going to have a space that's going to be facing towards the outside. So what you want to do is make sure all your holes are lined up at the top and on the sides. Now on the side holes, we're going to take our factory bolt plate. We're going to put that in through the side with our factory nuts. We're going to do the same thing on the other side of our frame bracket. Factory bolt plate in through the 2 holes with our factory nuts on the other end. Just going to leave those loose for right now. Now in our top holes, your kit is going to come with some bolts with washers and nuts. You can use 1 bolt with a washer, go through the top, and then you're going to put a washer and a nut on the bottom of that bolt. We're going to do the same thing on all 4 of these holes at the top. And again, we're just going to leave these loose for right now, because it's going to allow us to have a little bit of adjustment in this bracket for when we go to put our bumper on. So we're going to want to repeat that whole process on the other side. Now if you're going to put lights in your bumper or a winch, you're going to want to do those now according to the manufacturer's specifications. So now if we look at the inside of our bumper, we're going to have 4 slotted holes on each side. Those are going to match up with the 4 slotted holes on our frame brackets. So we're going to lift the bumper up, set those in place, line everything up, then we're going to put our bolt with washer through our bracket here into our bracket on our truck with a washer and a nut on the back. Now we're going to take a couple of friends, lift the bumper into place. Then we're going to go underneath and put in our bolts. So we have our bumper in place, we have our bolts on, and I'm just going to show you where they are, because I'm sure, as you know, it's going to be kind of hard to hold this thing up and put the bolts in at the same time. So there's 2 right here, bolt, washer, and then on the back side, washer, nut. And then on the other side of our bracket right here, there's going to be also 2 bolts with a washer, and then on the back, a washer and a nut. Now with all of these in, we can go ahead and align it side to side, and then we're going to tighten up our bolts at the top right here that are holding our bracket to our frame, and we're going to do that on both sides. So now we're going to use a 3/4 socket and wrench and tighten up our 4 bolts that are going into our frame bracket and frame. Then you're going to go ahead and repeat that on the opposite side. Now we're going to use an 18mm to tighten up our 2 factory bolt plates here and here. So now what we're going to do is align the bumper. Now I have a couple floor jacks underneath to hold it up into place. I also have a level across the top to make sure it's not slanted to one side. And what you want to look for is you want to have it high and tight, but you still want to leave a little bit of a gap underneath your fender and underneath your light in case it does flex a little bit. If you're going over a bump or something, you don't want it to bounce up and bang any of those components on your truck. Now that we have everything aligned, using a 3/4 inch socket and wrench, we're going to tighten down the 4 bolts that are holding our bumper to our bracket. It's going to be the 2 in here and then 2 at the top. Now on the back we have our wrench. It's kind of a small area, so just kind of be patient with it. You do have some slots here on the side that you can reach in from the front of the bumper and hold the nut. I'm actually holding it with my left hand on the outside edge. But again, it is going to be a little tight in there, but it can be done. Then we're going to go ahead and tighten the rest of these bolts, and then we'll repeat that on the opposite side. That's going to complete the installation. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit us online.